Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone report is beautiful, but we also hear stated here that there's a major dispute as to representation and how the election will be done. It's obvious. If you speak with one Sierra Leone delegate or two, they will tell you that the political situation they are going towards the election is unstable. There's no need for we to hide anything from each other here. If we in Nigeria discover that there will be no free or fair election, of course we say it out. Because if we say it out, and ECOWAS intervenes, it's helping us. But if we know that there's something that could create problem in the country, and then we come here and sit down and say there's nothing, and something happens, we have lost two countries. So,
a situation where police are entering parliament to make sure that there is a decorum in parliament means that that country political situation is not stable.
After the August 10 incident, I think that statement need to be rethink and maybe restated, because we know just a few weeks ago there was a situation at the parliament where parliament member had to fight, and like my colleague said, security personnel had to come in. I'm sure we don't want to consider that kind of situation as saying that security situation is stable.
I think there's a grave situation, and this parliament must send a fact-finding mission to Sierra Leone to investigate this major violation. It's not the first time, it's not the second time, it's the third time. The second issue in Sierra Leone is that less than a year to election, Sierra Leone is still trying to change the electoral law. They're still trying to change the election law to work in the favor of the ruling establishment. I think it's quite alarming, and maybe the Sierra Leone delegation need to speak to this again.
On the issue of the election law, the head of delegation was no mention this, that 1 year to the election you are trying to change the election law. It's not just the law, it's changing the system, where the law obviously affects the system. Now the system is trying to bring into place a proportional representation. But Chair, for the short of my political life, proportional representation is done where there are no defined electoral boundaries. And the law of the delegation of Sierra Leone can bear me out of this. If whatever their law say, I will be willing to listen to them. How do you want to move to a proportional representation when there are clearly defined political boundaries, when there are clearly established political constituencies, but yet you want to move to proportional representation as though there are no laws and order? The last time I remember there was proportional representation in Sierra Leone was when the war had just ended. There were no systems, there were no laws. I think they did that. Similar thing happened in Liberia, but after recovery now, after all these years, how come you want to move to proportional representation when there are clearly defined political constituencies?
Sierra Leone report is beautiful, but we also hear stated here that there's a major dispute as to representation and how the election will be done. It's obvious. If you speak with one Sierra Leone delegate or two, they will tell you that the political situation they are going towards the election is unstable. There's no need for we to hide anything from each other here. If we in Nigeria discover that there will be no free or fair election, of course we say it out. Because if we say it out, and ECOWAS intervenes, it's helping us. But if we know that there's something that could create problem in the country, and then we come here and sit down and say there's nothing, and something happens, we have lost two countries. So,
a situation where police are entering parliament to make sure that there is a decorum in parliament means that that country political situation is not stable.
After the August 10 incident, I think that statement need to be rethink and maybe restated, because we know just
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. This type program we had on YouTube and on Facebook. And indeed, I've been telling you, say, let you come to YouTube and subscribe, because anytime we can just come on and decide for do something. Well, this not to just for your decision, rather, nothing we feel say you need for know. As yesterday, remember we tell you about our new National Elections Watch say, if waiting the ECSL the GI not correspond, then we get for put them together. Let we see exactly waiting they happen. So far, let we just listen quickly. So this press conference where knew not all again for the second term, and then hear waiting then get for say with regards this particular result where ECSL don't announce. We'll come back just now.
The partial results announced yesterday by Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone.
Please now for increase the volume of your set. This of the recording again, not too clear.
Over to you, Reverend James Lahai, who is the coordinator of the National Elections Watch, to present our verification results.
Process and results verification for transparency update, PRVT. Partial election results released by ECSL. Based on the information issued by ECSL yesterday afternoon regarding partial election results from 60% of polling stations across the country, and using the disaggregated data by district, National Election Watch is able to confirm that so far the portion of results announced by the Electoral Commission match National Elections Watch PRVT when taking into account an equal portion of the PRVT results. We wish to thank the Commission for providing data disaggregated by districts, which increase transparency of the process and can build confidence for the remaining process. The results announced by ECSL are based on 60% of polling stations in each district, but do not represent 60% of the total votes cast in each district because polling stations vary in size. For example, in Kailan, the valid votes cast in the 60% of polling stations announced represent 80% of the registered voters in the district. In Bombali, the valid votes cast in the 60% of polling stations announced represent 71% of registered voters in the district. In Port Loko, the valid votes cast in 60% of polling stations announced represent 66% of registered voters in the district. In Bonds, the valid votes cast in the 60% of polling stations announced represent 71% of registered voters in the district. And in Western Area Urban, the valid votes cast in the 60% of polling stations announced represent 44% of registered voters in the district. However, new affirms that all ballots have not yet been counted. Based on our PRVT findings and the ECSL data announced thus far, we are confident that once all votes are counted with integrity, voter turnout will be 77.3% plus or minus 1.7%, between 75.4% and 79%, and no candidate will reach the constitutional threshold of 55% of votes cast in the first round. News PRVT data, which is the basis for this projection, will be made available to the public subsequently. For the 2023 elections, new trained and deployed 6,000 observers across the country, covering every polling center. Of these observers, 750 were specially trained and deployed to a statistically representative sample of polling stations across all the 5 regions and 16 districts in Sierra Leone, using the process and results verification for transparency (PRVT) methodology. The PRVT allowed NEW to assess the quality of election day processes and independently verify the official election results announced by the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone (ECSL). NEW's 2023 PRVT successfully consolidated findings that are representative of all polling stations at a national scale.
Thank you very much. And the National Elections Watch will continue to engage the public as we move on. Thank you.
Okay, it's simple and that's now the way they can say done and dusted. Yeah, that now ECSL no, that now new National Elections Watch where then give me their own statistics. Well, in other words, they just don't tell me say Wetin we talk yesterday, we very much correct. We me, Bible and Alpha Studio, we very correct. We are telling us say this result from wetin we see, no way no day where this election the end na first rounds. Except if ECSL want for look of all of them things and say no to them and say we dey give Marabio first rounds victory. But as it is, it's not ever possible let any candidate get victory on the first rounds. Constitutionally, you're supposed to get 55%. And according to EMN New, they say, let's just go to the how you call them? The press release where they pull as well for backup. All right. Sorry about that. Ah, okay. All right. So, okay, I just noticed something anyway. Sorry, just hold on, please. Sorry. I just figure out certain things there. Okay. I can show now the press release because sometimes if I read them word by word. Ouch. If I read that word by word and able to understand Wetin this thing they about or Wetin we they see, because if we're not able to get that, then no problem, okay? We there for actually guide you, in every on anything we do so far, we guide you so that make mistake at the end of the day. We guide you seriously, let we all not make mistake. We all for them on the same page, able to understand wetin they happen. I love some of una they actually try to update me on several things then, and at the same time, myself they as well for able to update you. Please, I know say lots of una not go like wetin we dey talk. Most of una they feel say we not like Marabio. We not ever talk so, and we not ever say we dey against them. No, we just that we dey with the voice of the people. If na Marabio win, and he win, really lay a vote at the count, go to Marabio. In other words, if Marabio na end up win the election, of course, they get for declare him, president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Whether you like him or you not like him, yeah, that's not just the reality and not just the fact nowadays. But in the case of outside the people decide otherwise, then a different thing. Okay, so there we go. And that's showing us something. This is not the new press release. After that, I will need for you. What do you think? This is not the new. When at the National Elections Watch and press release, let me read it and say. Today the 27th and then pull them in 1 or 2 hours ago. Then say June 27th, 2023, PRVT, yeah, update. That's now the partial election result released by ECSL. Then they try for now can analyze that thing there. Based on waiting at the evidence them where then get. Now that's exactly then they do. So please, when you come, don't forget for like and share the program. And on YouTube, I'll repeat, it not cost you anything for you like the program. Please like the program for me. So this now say, based on information issued by the Electoral Commission for the Sierra Leone yesterday, in other words, they say Based on that information, the way ECSL don't pull Nado, that 60% regarding the partial election result, when that 60% of all the polling stations there across the country where they don't get. And then say that they use the disaggregated data, by district. That is to say the different figures then by district, and they use that for able for determine all within the person. They say the National Elections Watch, able for confirm say so far. Take note of this. And please not rush with any information. Take the information as it come. Listen. Let me turn to German in this case. You only they listen to last command. So German go there the last one they attention. Now you for waiting. So let we listen to last command. Take all the information, but listen to the final part of waiting with the talk. So based on all of the, they say they want for confirm. What's that day? Okay, they say the National Election was able for confirm say so far that portion of the result where ECSL don't announce in match waiting them na new get. That's 60%. A match waiting them na new get. But no rush with information to other thing in the me go say but. Me not say but me go say but. Listen to this. They say in match with waiting them na National Elections Watch gets, where get for the PRVT, where they take into consideration, where they take into account, the equal portion of this particular result, this PRVT, that document where they can write all of them things them. They say we want for thank you to the commission for where they provide data, by district, where they increase the transparency of the process, and same way so go able for make let people and build confidence on the remaining process. We want to give picking bitter maize and forget small sugar. So then so far, they try for make let we all understand. Say they're not ECSL, they're not there against ECSL, in fact, are their partner, and they want for tell them thank you. So let's go and watch this particular part. They say the result where ECSL announced now based on 60% of the polling station them. They say now is inside any of the districts, in each of the districts, but now they don't use that but when maybe use. Interestingly, I not read this yet, but based on what I hear and what I see now they try for analyze. We know they go back and try for take with a look and see waiting. And they attempt for reader for you in Creole for let we all understand. Now listen, then say then the best time on the 60% where ECSL give. Where na the total vote where people they don't cast all over na the district then. But listen what they say. And say the results announced by ECSL are based on 60% of votes, on each of the districts, of polling stations in each district, but do not represent 60% of total votes, cast in each district. So what that they simply means? Remember yesterday, we will say ECSL need for come out and explain to we clear one. Because what did we talk yesterday when we will still stand on? We say it's not ever possible for all of the districts then get 60%. Because they're all, I even use the word say, me and Alpha, for example, we know they work the same pace. We got to do the same work, but not to the same pace. So no way, no day, where we go all go do the work the same time we done. And again, we even make reference say, look at the election day. St. Anne's, when they write inside Freetown, all other side they don't vote. In fact, they don't almost they done. Now the time they get box. That simply means say, no way, no day, where all man will get the result at the same time. That is why we also reference an audio from Kemosi say, and the ECSL workman, where say, they not even send their own result it. How ECSL reach to that point? So now, let we continue for read, and let we see what in they say now. They say 60% now ECSL really don't read. It say, but this not to 60% of the total vote where people them vote, not to 60% of them at all. It say because polling station them vary in size. In other words, the station they're all different. Some go big passing company, some go small, some different things them. So for example, they give you different example them, like 5 bullet points them as example. Then say, inside Kailaun, the valid vote when they cast, the total number of people that will vote, we cast them vote. 60% of the polling station announced represent 80%. In other words, out of that 60% of valid vote where ECSL don't announce, for Kailon, they don't read 80% of their own total vote where they cast. You know what that mean? It means say not to 40% of vote from Kailon left. Now just 20% of the vote from Kailon left. Because ECSL don't announce, technically 80% of the total vote where people vote, total valid vote from Kailon. Yeah? They say 80% represents, you know, when they announce, represent 80% of the registered voters in the districts, you see? So 80% of that don't go. It left 20%. Let me go to the second example. They say inside Bombali, the valid votes when people cast, when they go say this not to void on, I make I take me 10 years study because I hear some big man them. The misinformed people them say, for example, how on earth you will get invalid vote, you get valid vote, you put it all together. If they say valid vote 100%, then invalid vote 10%, that means say now 110%. No, una not misinform people them. No way no they will get that one day. Yeah, so listen, now this exactly is a new detail for explain. It say inside Bombali, out of that 60% of vote where ECSL say they don't read, when a partial vote from the presidential results, yeah, out of that 60% where they say they read, it say that one they represent 71% of the registered voters na that district day. In other words, ECSL still get for read like 29%. When we say they still get 29% of the vote from Bombali district where they not touch it. We continue to bullet point number 3. Then say, for example, inside Port Loko, the valid vote cast where ECSL say 60%, now they don't read. It say of the total polling station where they announce, it say it represents 66% of registered voters in the district. What that simply means? It means say out of the registered voters, now 66% they don't talk about. It means say they get a balance of 34% of the total registered voter. But I can't talk about this again in another technical point. Okay, we go to the other one. Then say, for example, inside bonds, the valid vote when they cast 60% as ECSL done waiting of all polling stations. It say that it represents 71% of the registered voters, like Wetin they get from Bombali. So this is the example. Which means say inside Western area urban alone, the valid vote count where ECSL announced of 60%. That represents, yeah, it represents 44% of the registered voters in the district. Okay, let's make this clear. For example, in Western area, Usai, ECSL say all of the polling stations we don't get, 60% of people don't vote. Now then we don't process 60% of not to people of the polling centers then. Yeah, of the polling stations 60%, not to the one they vote to. He say when we put all the one they vote, then they represent like 44 I call them represent 44% of the registered voters then. But we have to be careful of what we talk because we find out say some people they will not end up for vote. This then they go by the register, by the number of people that will register. Some people have no vote. So we have to be very careful. But technically it means say more work day. So based on this, all we don't see. Now that's make we tell you yesterday. Now program say no way no day. Nobody no need for glad at this point. Because no way no day where we go day this election no get a runoff. This election will end up with runoff. And if this election they end up with runoff, a lot of things that they will ECSL need for put in place for let they able to get things them be done. Okay, let me move to this. They say, however, that means to say, even when we don't talk about all of this, we don't give all of the example there. It said new affirms that all ballots have not yet been counted. In other words, if we don't talk about all of this, we still want for tell una say all the ballots them, all the votes them, la put under with it, all the votes where people vote, they not still don't count all it too. They say based on we own PRVT findings, based on we own information the way we get, and the ECSL data where they announce thus far, so far, where they don't announce for now, they say we confident, we believe that once all of the votes them, they don't count them, they don't put them together with respect, with integrity, with pride, with fairness. This now Wetin they say. If ECSL no do dabaru business, if they be fair, if they try for make sure say then do the right thing, now that's exactly what they try for say. They say this now Wetin we say, Wetin we talk about. Number 1 bullet point. They say voters turn out. Now 77.3%, and they tell you just out of the 100%. The total number of people that will register, when at 3,700,000 and something, I know the content, I know the time for call the exact because I don't remember of it, but that over 3 million votes, registered voter. That one, and they all will register. Now only 77.3% of the total number of people that will register and are able for vote. Remember, I say some side the way people they reject them. We still say people may they protest, say them get the form. If they don't promise them, say if they get the form, they go vote, but they not agree let them vote. So the number of people that will end up for votes at the end of the day, now 77%. So I want to make this clear again. Now, because I'm at 77%, when you calculate the total number of votes, you know they calculate the 3 million again. This 77% now you deduct from that 3 million. And even when at 77% of total valid vote, you take them to 100%. So please let me not mix up the information. You still say out of the 100% of valid vote counts, now they determine the winner. In as much as all of the one they will register, the total number of vote we cast at 77.3%. Let me get this clear. We move. Then say because of all of this, what we don't see and what we get, it not ever possible. No candidate no go reach that constitutional threshold of 55%. In other words, it not ever possible. Let any candidate, now to Marabio, Samora Kamarao, it not ever possible. Let any one of them get 55% in these first rounds. We mean say, after when they don't announce all the results, then go run off. You get them? This now according to new. They say it's not ever possible because the constitution say not to first pass the postal. You forget 55% of the total valid vote cast. So it's not ever possible. They get this election for go onside first round no runoff as the government and the SLPP them press release don't they say. We go and inside new. Wetin new then say again. Let me get this again. Okay, let's just hold on. A lot of things that they want to give now. But to find out say on YouTube, I tell you say YouTube now the only platform we get secrecy. It no matter if you like. I know say some of you no go let go to the talk, but like the program, please. That will make we know say you follow up. Just like the program and tell we say you follow up with Wetin we dey talk. You know, whether you like or not like, and just like the program, okay? On YouTube, we get 1,352 with 211. Please just like the program for we. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Just done the program. It not take 2 hours yet. Well, just done 1 hour. In fact, 1 hour some minutes. We don't come back. So let's talk to Una within our Facebook. We get 1,500 people within our Facebook talk. All right, so you already watched our Facebook right now. Now 3,400. Let's tell you something. Most times we're not able to come on Facebook, but we want to give you a regular update on things the way they happen. So I encourage you now where they na Facebook. For you kindly come over to YouTube, just come and subscribe and you turn on the notification. The reason being, if we not come now Facebook, within a YouTube, you will get notification where we go meet you and then you can watch. For example, we don't even know when they will announce the final result. And you want to be part of it, you want for your young. So once we know say the result and they can announce them, and then we open the phone line, and then we come online, instantly YouTube they send notification for you. So what you do, go down on YouTube, you already watch on Facebook, just go and subscribe and come back. And also most of you can say we like for watch on Facebook because it's cheap now, and the same data you want, and the same. So go down on YouTube, subscribe. Once you subscribe, you see say it fade. And then you go to the next hand, you see the bell. Press the notification bell, and then you press the word with all. Once you don't do that, you're done. If you want to go back to Facebook. And then waiting this mean, it means say anything will come online on YouTube. If we're not there on Facebook, you still not miss out with all of the information. So please, you are the watch right now with 3,000 within Facebook. Come over to YouTube and can subscribe, and then you can go back. On YouTube, we get 80,854. Yeah. So thank you very much. And let me see something. Wait. Saluba. I want to wish you good luck. And take care. Apart from we, other one than day. God bless you, and we appreciate where you don't actually join me in this platform from the time we begin watch till to this point. Good luck, sir. Let me see. We actually get a lot of things that we actually happen. Yes, so a lot of things that really happen. And please, I want to encourage you now for keep the conversation civil. And let una please not cause on yourself. Please una not cause on yourself. This is an election. We get to accept everybody in views. Yeah, we afterwards we all now one family. So I like family talk one of them song. As the batter they knock, as the batter they knock, we forgo vote like one family. You know, but unfortunately, we still say we not go vote like one family. So they beat people and they chat people, they aid them, policemen, soldier man, they do other things them. So you're unfortunate. I wish we could just go with this kind of slogan, say we all know one fumble, yeah, and discuss like fumble. And we encourage you, when you watch right now, for discourse like one fumble, eh? Please, now that we want for no. Please, as they batter the knack, like in other words, as they call me for go vote. We for go vote like one fumble. So dear, we want to we do this like one fumble, okay? One fumble. Thank you very much. Okay, we move. You waiting on Facebook, please come over to YouTube, subscribe, because we don't know when they call the results, and we don't know when because sometimes they will get for take time for set up YouTube and Facebook and go. So it's at some point we're not able for going on Facebook. So come, and we don't want you for missing information. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that they give you added advantage for get notification. Now we continue with Wetin new say. They say new the PRV okay. They say data, PRVT data, which is the basis for this projection, will be made available. In other words, we don't take another go another enforced rounds, but we go make this we own data then available to una na the public, okay? So una go able for the take note of certain things them where they happen. Okay, so let me look at the last sentence or paragraph of this particular 5-minute press release or press briefing where they hold. They say for the 2023 election, new train and deploy 6,000 observer them all over the country. Yeah, we cover the election. Now all the polling center them. Yeah, then get observer them. And then say we so say 750 we are specifically trained. In other words, then get 750 where they train and then deploy them. Now to a statistical statistically representative sample of polling stations. So in other words, they get their own training where they do. So this basically not their own training. So I think what's important, we don't read the press release of new, and we don't hear waiting exactly they say. In case you do where they watch so you miss something from the new their own press conference. From the new their own press conference, I want for say it go nice for let me go back and see and take a little bit of time. Let we actually waiting at the word. Let we actually go back and see waiting exactly new, you know, the press conference being get for say. Waiting the new press conference say it go nice for let we actually get them. Let we get them again. So if that be the case, I want to use this opportunity for actually go back to the video we knew then just do, you know, through the Facebook page. Now they we engage param, now they we see them. So let me take this opportunity for go back quickly and watch this video for you with just the cam, and maybe you know don't meet this the rest of the conference. So it go nice for let we actually get them. Yeah, so let's just bring them up for you again. Let you see them. Or let you watch them. Now the right word that one day. Let bring them up for you. Let you watch them again. For you, know them waiting. After that day, not going on say you. We they can ask you what you think. We they can get your own views. Yeah, on this particular press conference and waiting at the information we knew they don't update tweet. Yeah, we come back just now.
Verification for Transparency Update, PRVT. Partial election results released by ECSL. Based on the information issued by ECSL yesterday afternoon regarding partial election results from 60% of polling stations across the country, and using the disaggregated data by district, National Election Watch is able to confirm that so far the portion of results announced by the Electoral Commission match National Elections Watch PRVT when taking into account an equal portion of the PRVT results. We wish to thank the Commission for providing data disaggregated by districts, which increase transparency of the process and can build confidence for the remaining process. The results announced by ECSL are based on 60% of polling stations in each district, but do not represent 60% of the total votes cast in each district because polling stations vary in size. For example, in Kailan, the valid votes cast in the 60% of polling stations announced represent 80% of the registered voters in the district. In Bombali, the valid votes cast in the 60% of polling stations announced represent 71% of registered voters in the district. In Port Lockhart, the valid votes cast in 60% of polling stations announced represent 66% of registered voters in the district. In Bonth, the valid votes cast in the 60% of polling stations announced represent 71% of registered voters in the district. And in Western Area Urban, the valid votes cast in the 60% of polling stations announced represent 44% of registered voters in the district. However, new affirms that all ballots have not yet been counted. Based on our PRVT findings and the ECSL data announced thus far, we are confident that once all votes are counted with integrity, voter turnout will be 77.3% plus or minus 1.7%, between 75.4% and 79%. And no candidate will reach the constitutional threshold of 55% of votes cast in the first round. News PRVT data, which is the basis for this projection, will be made available to the public subsequently. For the 2023 elections, NEW trained and deployed 6,000 observers across the country, covering every polling center. Of these observers, 750 were specially trained and deployed to a statistically representative sample of polling stations across all the 5 regions and 16 districts in Sierra Leone, using the process and results verification for transparency PRVT methodology. The PRVT allowed NEW to assess the quality of election day processes and independently verify the official election results announced by the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone, ECSL. News 2023 PRVT successfully consolidated findings that are representative of all polling stations at a national scale.
Thank you very much. And the National Elections Watch will continue to engage the public as we move on. Thank you.
Okay, so that's now new. Now the young press conference where they actually all name we watch to Gigi's now new the press conference, and they don't tell we certain things them we actually need for know. So please, we get 1,538 on YouTube where they watch we with 512. Please just if not for anything, if just the effort we use for carry the information to you. Whether you like we or you not like we, you still watch the program. Whether you support the idea or not, you still watch the program. Just for giving you information, because this not only information them. Just for pass the information to you, please subscribe, like the program. Please just like the program on YouTube. We get 533. Please just like the program. Thank you. Nobody knows that you don't like them. I'll show you that one day. And on Facebook, we get 2,600 with the watch right now, and with 1,966. Facebook not they deceive you at all. They always they prove them. So please on YouTube, we know say una can do better. So una please like the program for we. Okay, this not to me talk. In other words, I not get any boku go camp on this particular talk. So we let for Yeri waiting you as citizen. Waiting you as Sierra Leonean, waiting you as Yardonian, family member now we yard, waiting you get for say, because once you there so the watch, you're not family member. Please let we keep these things simple. Yeah. Let we keep them simple, let we keep them civil, and let we keep them respectful. Yeah. No incitement, we know they take, we know they promote any form of violence. We not dey promote anything we go create problem inside we country. So if you know say now that you want for can talk, please not call. We just want for discuss civil. From where I sit down there at the talk, I always done they become very civil. You know, I dey talk the real thing and the hard truth, but I not dey incite nobody. I not dey talk about tribe. Yeah, I know if from where I begin talk, I not talk about Mende, I not talk about Temne, I talk about SLPP, I talk about APC, I talk about New, I talk about all of the observers them. Please let we avoid them things then they, because we there for all the government to account rather than promoting anything. We not they promote any violence, we not they promote any form of violence, we commend them all, okay? Because we feel say every Sierra Leonean very much important to we as a nation or as a program we try to maintain. Okay, so if that be the case, we can go now on the line and begin take you calls them and hear what you actually get for say with regards waiting new don't say. Please let we keep the conversation straight and to the point. We only concerned about waiting new don't say. We only concerned about waiting new don't say. I repeat, we concerned about waiting new don't say. So in other words, we could combine and say waiting new say and waiting ECSL say now only we concerned about. Yeah. let me keep the conversation clean. The number then on the screen, and I repeat, now only on WhatsApp call. Now only on WhatsApp call with the take. Now only WhatsApp call with the take. So save this number on your phone and use them as WhatsApp call. Now only WhatsApp call, please not call normal call. I repeat, please not call normal call. And when you call, make sure say you turn down the volume of your set. Let you not disturb, let you not get negative feedback. Go straight to the point. We want to know your name and who you call from. The worst case scenario, just want to know where you call from, because we want to keep track of, we want to keep record of all the side and way people in the call we from. And you get 1 minute 30 seconds for make your point. So we go on the line and take the first call inside the program. Welcome to the show. Your name and who you call from.
Yeah, this is Abdul. I call from United States.
Thank you, Abdul. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Okay. I really appreciate Wetin you do concerning about the 60% total number of police stations we in the Mohamed Kone say don't announce, and then but based on the breakdowns of Wetin you do, I think it's incomplete. When you look at all them breakdowns and because they just consider like almost 4 or 5 districts them, and then you think about 12 something. So I don't know if you really knew that we will help with or get the complete breakdown of all the analysis we then do. Because only few. We see 44% for Western Urban. We see for Bombali. They will see for Putloko. They will see for Kailan.
I mean, they say for example. It means say then get all the other one and then just say for example as a case study. Then say they go make sure say they send the data to the public for let them see them.
Okay, yeah, congrats. Okay, but wait, I'd like to say back, please. We are concerned based on all them breakdowns and when you look at the statistics, because they don't talk and clearly say nobody will reach the 55% threshold. And as a result, then go predict like a runoff. And then now they hear from Wetin, this man don't talk when
10 more seconds.
Yeah. So in talks he said they will swear in the president that they can't call the final results. So we don't know who's our way they right now. We are.
All right, thank you very much. We have to wait for C and see it's good that we set the record straight. Welcome to the show. Your name and where you call from. We'll go to another call. Please, when you call, pay attention to the phone, not to the television. Welcome to the show.
Yeah,
Your name and where you call from. Good morning, sir.
I want to take this opportunity for address Mr. Mohamed Kane.
Yeah, Kone.
The ECSL and the Sierra Leone military. Sierra Leone is a fragile state we just come up and war. We don't begin make gains. Now we see everything they reverse. Are they take God big than all what I don't mention? So let them do what's right for Sierra Leone. Let we go through this period peacefully. This morning, I see a video clip of a military officer. They talk, then go do this, then go do that, any side way, then go protect to side SLPP supporters, then they. You see, now we not lost sight of one thing. Sierra Leone, big bass we all. And there are Sierra Leoneans outside Sierra Leone where then get the ability for mobilize resources and do what they want to do.
10 more seconds.
Let we behave ourselves in Sierra Leone, let go through this peacefully. Now this I get for say.
Thank you very much. All right, to go to another call again and take. Welcome to the show. Your name and where you call from. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yes, good morning. I'm calling from Washington. Thank you for the program.
Yeah, go ahead. You get the platform, sir. Welcome.
And, my man, what I want to say, my man, Sierra Leone, we as Sierra Leoneans, not too much issues, meaning everybody will worry about this election. I know we should worry about the election, but for the last 50 years, since we started getting presidential election, nothing not changed in our land. number one. So really, that part did not matter so much. Number two, I want to challenge everybody waiting at the line now. Majority of us are diasporas. How about we all put $20 a month to help feed our people in our land? Don't come up with we, the Sierra Leoneans, we the people get the power. I don't know why so much would depend on government. We believe that now government they can solve everything in our lives.
So no, I don't understand. Waiting at the thing where you talk about where Dan not for now the election results what they talk about.
I mean, election result, no result. What you mean the tribal say? Neither party have done anything to help with land. So I don't know why everybody the blood pressure they go so much up. Calm down. Tomorrow is another day in a salon. Just calm down. Let's get through this process. But the better process will be for us Sierra Leoneans, for we the people to work together to improve land.
Thank you very much, sir. All right, we go on the line again and take another call. Welcome to the show. Your name inside the call.
Hello.
Sorry, your name inside the call from.
Yes, I'm okay. How are you? This is
Okay, so if you get 1 minute 30 seconds.
What me they say no more is that that country they believe say God will make them easy for we all see the good thing we want to happen in our country there. And as I say, anything we corner or anybody plan for bring come from our country, we gonna go allow them. As for new, we so much appreciate them because people finally stand up for our country, go back to the dark days then. They will continue for telling thank you and bless them. And for anybody where they can't talk now, people and pressure they go up. Yes.
No, respect everybody in view. Not just comment on.
Yes. But like well at this night and box alone because somebody is able to talk nonsense. Then those have to stop right
the platform where we get now for let everybody voice out in mind. Please,
everybody voice.
So please, yes, we respect. Right. We policy now. So please, we respect everybody in view.
Not today we can call now we had
so, but you know that one day, right?
Of course.
Yes, go ahead.
So my point is that everybody gets your opinion, understand me. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, let we state the facts here. So things will happen. What's the African country? Nobody will happy.
Be there the country or the country. Yeah.
You understand? You are the country, anything will happen in the country, everybody will be happy because we will oversee, we feel pain that we don't do this because okay, families out there will take care of my family in Africa.
All right.
So if anything bad they go out of the country, we still feel that pain there.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
So if you see anybody temperature go up like because of that.
All right. We go to another call quickly. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from. Don't tell us hello now. You use the volume of the set. I go to another caller. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from.
How you
do? They do fine. How you say? Your name and inside the call from.
Man, just is not concerned citizen from where at,
Right.
Man, I just want to ask a question. This election, if you didn't take out from APC, Samuel Kamara, is scapegoat na APC? Because the people away for stand for them, but people in the way stand back. You understand? At the CC, and I tell the Israeli people then today. Samuel Kamara win that first election 2018, then take an hand. We see the destruction will happen. And if you do the same thing, you get for worse more than this. You understand? It's so sad. The people wait for stand, they will don't talk, you see dying down. Unable to stand for the people. The people don't fight for them. Give them the power. Now they say they protect the people in votes. All not just talk. All while they listen, they all not BTL. Even Amnesty say that you they will put that 30% where they go take. Why they go take 30% we not communicate with the party now where they don't pull results 60% now they talk about that. So something is fishy, something is not right. So
all right, 10 more seconds.
Okay. It is sad, but this is the thing. Una the APC, this is not for all, even to Anes Kogoma, he contributes because he never stand for the people, we stand for yesterday.
Thank you.
We not ever live this for the next world.
All right. So something disturbing the happen right now. We will get for drop this program anytime from now, and we get set again in the next seconds because we don't want to mix the program then for the one that we call later. In the next seconds, we understand say in as much as we don't get all of them developments here, so Parliament is all set right now for go declare Marabio as the winner for this particular election. So if that be the case, I want for first of all use this opportunity for say you waiting at Facebook. I repeat, please come over to YouTube and subscribe and then turn on the notification bell. We don't know waiting if we will can on Facebook in the next minutes, but please come over and subscribe. And we as well they cover this election extensively. We get all the reports of them all over where they give you updates. We get for as well get them for later. We had and TV Salon TVS. For we actually cover this thing. So any minute from now, we do the joint program for bring you the latest presidential result and waiting at the latest moves of the government or the country. So stay tuned, stay fixed. If you're not subscribed yet to the YouTube channel, please come over there now. La epona follow na see the YouTube channel. La just see what I can do for get on the YouTube channel. La una see am. La una see the YouTube channel quickly. At the post am na Facebook quick. Una just press the link, come over and subscribe. Come over and subscribe. And then because we cover extensively, we ask you say a lot of people they don't contribute, but still we need money for pay the. We just don't give them advance. We not forget the money we want. We just don't give them advance, and we get for give them again more money for because of where they don't cover. So please, you know, let them the password we name say we not pay them. So help if you get $20, $10, $5, $100, $50, $150, anything you get, please send them for we. As start me the poster now, YouTube and Facebook. The link. Yeah, where the contact or the side week for contact or I don't know how to talk against it. Yeah, let's see. It just don't put on a YouTube. It just don't put on a YouTube. Please now we they authorize this particular person when Amina Majid Malik for collect money on your behalf. So down there through Zelle and Cash App the number where you see, and as well you can use that number there now waiting and call Apple Pay. Yeah, and if you will get PayPal, you want for help in any contribution, please not follow any of our email. Just go to PayPal and search for Sama Kuruma, SAMMA Kuruma. You'll see all the details the way you go inside there. Yeah, and then they give you anything. If you want for send out to Salon, please do. And send out any time, Western Union, MoneyGram, Ria, whatever transaction, and then you send out to you put the name Fatmata Bangura, Sierra Leone, and then the receipt send out for winner this number where they at the screen so right now. Okay, so I'll take we leave for now and get standby, low monitor the system, quick one, how it's like, and then when we come back just now, for that we can look at the final result with ECSL the give and with that ECSL they declare as president for the Republic of Sierra Leone. Thank you very much. I know they take any more calls. Sorry that we get for dropper like this instantly or automatically or abruptly. You know, so but please, we actually come back. GG Snow, stand by. You are not subscribed yet on YouTube. Please come over now because we don't know if you will miss the results and you don't want to miss this particular thing we're going on right now. My name is Simbepe, the Freedom Fighter. I'm out.
Sierra Leone report is beautiful, but we also hear stated here that there's a major dispute as to representation and how the election will be done. It's obvious. If you speak with one Sierra Leone delegate or two,